Tony is in Flat Rock. Tony, welcome to 97.1 The Ticket. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Gator. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Hey, I've just been listening for like the last hour, but I know the discussion has been mostly focusing on Stafford and seeing what could possibly be acquired for him.
Yeah.
But do you think Stafford is more so the problem or the defense? Because just been watching this past season, I feel like the defense has been the bigger issue. But then again, maybe I'm seeing something that other people aren't seeing.
Well, you're absolutely right. The defense is the bigger problem. Stafford's the best player on the team. The problem is that Stafford's been here for 12 years, and they haven't been able to put a competent team around him consistently enough where they can compete for playoffs and win a playoff game. That's been the problem. And Stafford, I always thought he's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. At times he can be great, but he holds himself back because he'll make that dumb mistake time and time again that just has you tearing your hair out, whether it's a bad interception to be thrown or he gets sacked and fumbles the football, or he takes a sack when he needs to throw the ball away. He's just plagued with bad decisions. And I think he's a good quarterback. It's okay. I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he's got better things destined for him to be on a better team. This team isn't good enough to support him, and that's a problem with the previous GM and the previous GMs, I should say, that they just didn't put enough talent around a quarterback that's good enough. So they're going to have to rebuild, and they don't have a whole lot of draft capital coming up in 2021. So a way to increase that draft capital is trading away an asset, and you can do that with Stafford, and hopefully you can get more than just a first-round pick.
Can I possibly give you my perspective on what I think they should do for this upcoming or the next upcoming season?
Go ahead.
Well, for one, if we were to trade him, I think you're kind of showing your cards on taking a quarterback in the draft, and you're going to possibly have another team jump you. I would say hold him for another season when the cap number is going down for this upcoming season due to the COVID issue. Maybe draft like a quarterback in the first or second round to kind of build under him, possibly restructure his contract to open up more cap space because of the cap number going down, and then just working on building back seven, and then hopefully that clears up the cap to 2022 and beyond. So that's my perspective on it.
Fair enough, and thanks for the call, Tony. And I'll tell you why I don't care about the cap space. I don't care about the cap hit in the COVID season. If you're trading away Matthew Stafford, does that signal that you're looking for a quarterback? Yeah, without a doubt. Guess what? Teams will think you're going to take a quarterback regardless in the first round if you finish in the top 10. Everyone thinks the Lions are going to take a quarterback. So if you traded away Stafford, does that change anything? No. Teams already know you're going to take a quarterback, or that you're strongly looking at a quarterback in the first round. Defensively, which is where they really need help, it just doesn't look right now on paper anyway that there's that definite difference maker on defense available in the draft. Now, a lot will happen between now and April, when the draft is. But right now, there isn't that guy that stands out like we've seen in years past, like a Chase Young type player. We just don't see it. Now, is the edge rusher from Miami, is he that guy? He doesn't look like Chase Young. There's talk that there could be a couple of cornerbacks taken in the top 10. Yeah, stop me if you've heard that one before. We don't need to see a corner taken in the top 10, and not what the Lions picked there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker from Penn State, sounds great, but he didn't play this year. He opted out. I don't know what to expect from him. So I think everybody knows that the Lions would be looking at a quarterback, so that doesn't matter. And here's the other thing. Okay, so you'll take a cap hit, and so what? So that means I can't spend money on free agency? Oh, well, that means that I can't add more players to this team for 2021 to make them better. So what does that mean? That means that your 2021 season, you'll go into it with Chase Daniel as your starting quarterback, and whoever you draft in the first round as the backup player in waiting. And at some point, maybe that player gets his opportunity and takes over. Regardless, the team would be bad in 2021. I don't think Lions fans are expecting a quick turnaround from this season to the next season to make the playoffs. No. So if they have a horrific season next year, no one's going to blame the new head coach or the new GM. They'll understand there is a process at place, and nobody likes to hear trust the process, but it is exactly what it is. So if they end up with a top 5 pick again in 2022, they could use that pick on the best defensive player available or whatever the case is that they need. Then the cap issue of because they took the cap hit of trading Stafford, that's in the past. So now you don't have to worry about that anymore, and they've got money to spend in 2022. I look at a long-term plan, and I think that long-term play, I think it really works.